and my ID is NetBeans 11.1. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start by clicking on File, New Project, and from there we're going to take Maven. This might be a little bit different from yours, but my own NetBeans 11.1 is arranged in different folders. Project with Maven, Gradle, and Ant, as you can see. So we're going to take Maven, and there we can take Web Application, and we can click Next, of course. Okay, so a little bit forward. So I'm going to say hi-hop. So, and that's going to be com.javafx, and artifact ID hype. So then we click on Next, and we pick Apache TomCat 9.0. Then we use Java EE7. If you want to use Java EE8, then I recommend you use Glassfish Server 5.1. You have Java EE8 option; it's compatible with it. But this is just a simple app. Let's just go with Java EE7. So Java EE7. So just going to click Finish, and I'll pause the video now while the application builds. So let's just pause. Yeah, okay, thanks. Now the project has successfully been built, so I have the directory here. So now let's look at it. This is the project I have, and in web application, especially when you develop it with NetBeans, if you do it in Eclipse or JetBrains, the folder layout could be different, but of course different. But here in NetBeans, we have the app itself, which is iApp. Then you're going to have a folder called the web page. This is where your web pages are in the .html or .gsp or .gsf extensions file will be here. And if you unfold this, you have the content.xml. This context.xml will of course be built automatically for you. You can change its content in the sense that it contains your path, so the path to your project, the path to your app. So in this case we have this /iapp, so that's not where we're going actually. So we have our index.html, of course that's always your default home page, and I will just change it to this is my first app called iApp. So first web app, to be precise, just to have fun. So let's save it, and we could decide to just change the header to 4 so as to make it very big, just for fun. So let's save it, and we can have this. We also have the source package. Let me close this up. We also have the source package. The source package contains your Java classes, and you can organize them in packages. You will see how it goes. Then your dependencies, of course, dependencies are APIs or libraries in which your application actually relies on to work. So our major dependency here is Java Web API 7, and our Java dependency here is JDK 7, and let me unfold this. Then we have our project file whereby we have our pom.xml, and you want me to talk about the pom.xml, you must have been familiar. It is assumed that you are familiar with Maven project, and if you don't know how to develop project in Maven, then I'll have to create another video for that. So the pom.xml files is an XML file that contains your dependencies and some other tags. And for example, now our project, and we have our project property, and we have a group ID, artifact ID. You saw these when I was creating it. And then the most important part is this dependency part. Where is that? Okay, where is that? Aha, yeah, dependency tag dependency. So you wonder how I got this dependency of Java Web API 7.0. I got it by saying this. So this is what gave me that, you can see. So now let's cut the work and let's run this application first. So I'm going to pick my Chrome, my Firefox there. Let's try to run this application. So first of all, it should build the application, then it's going to start our server. And why it's doing that, I want to quickly explain something. You wonder I picked TomCat server. So what is server actually? Server is just a program that runs on a remote machine which helps you to process your backend program. And there are two types. We have the application server and the web server. TomCat is actually a web server because it only consists of the HTTP server and the servlet container, whereby the Glassfish on the other hand is a full-fledged application server which comprises of HTTP server, servlet container, EJB container, and many more features. So we are just going to use TomCat server for now, and we'll get to use Glassfish as we proceed now. So build successful. So it's deploying on TomCat now, and it's going to start our TomCat. So we have to wait for TomCat to get started. So I'll pause the video right here so as to save time. Okay, welcome back. And the server is already started, and you can see it's a long start process, but you can see here it says deploying on Apache TomCat, and after that it started the process, waiting for the TomCat to finish starting, and TomCat was successfully started, and it actually deployed it on a particular path which says deployed application at context path i/iapp. And remember, I did told us about this context path which was actually set here. So it's deployed on that set path already. So /iapp, and okay, started application at the context path. So let's come here. Look at the context path. So /iapp, isn't it? Yeah, that's our context path. And you can see that it's on the localhost 8080 port. 8080 port is the default port, and this port was set while I was installing TomCat. And also, you would wonder why I'm using localhost. It is because I'm using my machine, which is a local machine here, to host the server. I've not yet deployed the application to a remote app, to a remote server. So that's why you're seeing localhost 8080, which is the port address of my local server, and followed by my context part of my application. So that's why I got it. You can see this is my first web app called iApp. So okay, thank you for watching. I'll get back to you in my next video, God willing.